Moses, he gave him 120 days. And then, anybody know why Moses died at 120? What did he do? Did he sin? He sinned. Moses sinned. One time in 40 years. He walked in divine health. He's 120 years old. There ain't nothing wrong with him. And I'm going to tell you, I know this is a wrong confession, but I have trouble with just a handful of people of walking in total divine love with just a few people. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes even when it's your husband and your own family, it's hard to walk in love with all of them all the time, isn't it, young lady? It is. But can you imagine 3 to 5 million people? I mean, that's what Moses had. Do you know that? He had 3 to 5 million people out there in the desert, and they're constantly grumbling and complaining, and he walked in divine love with all those people for 40 years. Boy, when God says he was the meekest man on the earth, let me tell you, he was the meekest man on the earth. And then finally, when it come down to the point, the people said, we want water. We need water to drink. God says, okay, Moses, speak to the rock and command water to come forth, and I'll bring the water. So Moses goes out there, he said, you bunch of heathens, he said, I've led you through this desert for 40 years. Aren't you ever going to learn? And he said, bam, bam, water come forth. And Jesus said, okay, I'll bring the water forth, but I told you to speak to that rock. I didn't tell you to hit that rock. When you hit that rock, you hit me. I'm the rock. So he said, you sinned, Moses, and because of that sin, you shall not enter the promised land. You're going to die. I'll take you up on the mountain. It cost him his life. One sin. Is God a God that when he speaks, he means business? He really does. He really does. And when you learned all these things, it says, and the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Whew. That takes on a whole new meaning, doesn't it? The fear of the Lord.